I am Rock.
I am Sweeny.
And we are back in Kul Tiras.
Kul Tiras in the capital city of Borealis.
Alright, and you've just re-met Talius after wandering around forever, finally finding a banker.
With her half the time, and now she's taking us to her mentor, Cyrus.
You're with her at the very beginning and at the very end. I wouldn't call that half. I'd call that like...
Beginning, I would call that 2/3. Beginning, end, and not the middle.
Yeah, but the middle was like 80%, so maybe 20% of the time.
1, 2, 3, 2/3.
Yeah, you're making that sound like the middle was equal to, but we all saw the video, Sweeny. You were wandering around for a long time on your sheep of monotony.
Yeah, I'm going to call that 2/3. All right.
Full circle, Sweeny. That's what we called you.
Moving on.
And here we're talking to...
we are talking to Cyrus. This is now Cyrus Crestfallen.
And that's the... Actually...
That's the burly man with the beard.
You're foreshadowing there. His name is Cyrus Crestfall.
Crestfall, sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. Oops.
We'll get to why we're calling him Crestfallen in just a moment. So there's the 7th Legion Magus, who will also be important. You just lost your sheep of monotony.
I went inside. I did not lose him. I put him away.
What, he folds up in your pocket?
Yes.
It becomes a handkerchief where you can cry?
No, because I command the light. Now, luckily, because I'm a paladin, I like humble settings.
And that is lucky.
I like them.
That is lucky.
A lot.
Because, now, correct me if I'm wrong, but when I, playing as the Horde player, as the Blood Elf Warlock, the princess takes me to meet her father in the middle of the Great Seal in the Pyramid of
I believe you
Aztec.
actually have to fly to get there.
Yeah.
You go on a journey.
Yes.
Yeah.
With the Royal Treasury and the teleporting room and all of that, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. I went down a flight of stairs.
Now, you were telling me, and when we first watched this footage, this is your equivalent of the Great Pyramid of Zul.
You don't even remember the name.
No, I don't.
It's just bastard.
It's the Great Pyramid.
So,
because it's a great pyramid.
It is a great pyramid.
Yeah.
My place has a table and what looks like the beginning of a bar, a nice fireplace, and scented candles.
And the rug. Don't forget the rug.
And the rug. Thank you.
And there's a map on the wall.
Classy.
A few maps, actually.
Classy.
I count 4.
They're nicely pinned up.
Yeah. And there's a lantern as well hanging from the ceiling, which you can't see here. But there is a lantern.
Maybe a cobweb. I don't know.
So now you see why we're calling him Cyrus Crestfallen, because that's how Sweeny felt when he realized that instead of a grand pyramid with a great seal room and lush jungles and dinosaurs,
a city of gold,
he got what is basically a really crappy looking inn at Dockside in the wrong part of town.
This is a really sucky Airbnb. This gets 1 star in my review.
But hey, you're playing Alliance. You're normally used to having like the best looking cities, so this seems only fair.
We do have good looking cities.
Yeah.
I will say that. Yeah.
So
yeah. And I like the city of Borealis, what I'm seeing so far. Like, considering this is my headquarters, after what I just saw.
For this part of the run anyway.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I'd like to think that we're going to eventually evolve
to get to the castle.
Probably. Well, I figure once we get in good favor with the Proudmoors, maybe something will change. But wow,
I don't know. With that introduction, they were calling
the map's right there. They got to build another map. They usually don't build another map.
They were calling her, and they were calling her murderer.
Yeah,
she's like
Jaina. I blame Jaina. I didn't do anything wrong here. I should have a palace. I'm a champion of Azeroth.
And the humble paladin shit goes right out the window.
I'm just saying. No, the last video you were saying, oh, I'm champion of the Horde. I'm speaker of the Horde. I've done this. I've done all that plus 12 more years.
I'm a warlock. I deal with demons. I'm supposed to be the bad guy. I'm supposed to be an arrogant prick.
I'm a paladin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be humble.
Paladin.
Yeah.
Paladin.
Yeah.
I command the light.
You're supposed to be humble.
I'm just saying.
Not to mention the fact I still don't know how you're not falling ass over tea kettle with that 2-handed mace,
why do we keep going
which
back to this
looks
joke?
like it's bigger than you. That's why.
I have the balance of the light.
You're looking.
My holy hammer will never fail me.
You're now talking to a 7th Legion Magus, and
God,
I'm
what is she
amazed. I'm amazed because she's going to open up a portal.
I ain't going through that portal.
I'm just amazed that you actually talked to a 7th Legion Magus and she's doing anything properly.
That-
Because I knocked those people down like they were 10
You
kids.
killed so many.
No.
You killed so many 7th Legion, dude. They're incompetent.
I don't think they're incompetent. I just think they're woefully unqualified for the jobs they're given.
Well, I think they're incompetent. I'm not trusting myself going through that portal. My God, where would I end up?
Deathwing's Lair?
If I'm lucky. If I'm lucky.
Oh, and look, Diamond Dwarf is back.
Magni Bronzebeard back again. That must be there's something wrong with the planet.
Well, yes, because I know this because I went through it.
He's
but
like the Lorax. In Dr. Seuss, he speaks for the trees, but in this case, he's speaking for the planet.
Okay, sure, yeah,
Bit of a
I see
reach,
that.
eh? Bit of a reach.
No, I get
Down
that.
the back. He's got the mustache.
No, it's like Galadriel speaks for the trees of Lothlorien.
A little bit, but that had more
Yeah.
class to it.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, I used children's books.
and she wasn't a dwarf as well.
That's true. But he's diamond. He's looking pretty stylish. I think we're grasping at straws here. Let's focus back on what we.
Yeah,
have
let's
here. Okay.
let's focus on the lore of World of Warcraft, Mr. World of Warcraft lore
All right,
meister.
so we have to go into the heart of Azeroth to cure what ails her because she suffered some wounds from the last expansion.
Which I never played, which you did, which people watching this probably know all about, but I had no clue about when I played through this, but
So it's
you
important for him
luckily
to
helped
see
me.
it. Yes. He needs to learn. He's learning.
Indeed.
Yes.
I'm learning that physics don't matter because you're still standing upright with that thing strapped to your back. Anyway, so...
I'm a Dark Iron Dwarf. I, carry around lumps of coal all day.
So
and
you can see, you just missed it. There, the
Not
giant
important.
robot pinned
Not
to the
important.
wall.
Moving on. It's dangling feet. Who cares? They're dead. I have a planet
But
to
this
save.
is the thing. When I played through this, it wasn't dead. It was speaking.
And this is why we picked mine, because I'm
Scary.
more efficient. We have a planet to save. We can't go looking at the dangling robot.
I'm just saying,
that's
that was
beep, boop,
creepy.
boop. No, R2's ripped apart. I gotta worry about the planet. I gotta save Tatooine. Okay, wrong lore, but point being.
I was going to say... Alright, I will say this for World of Warcraft. They do some of the best cutscenes of any video game.
They do really good cinematics. And
Yeah.
it's neat to see when they went from high-end CGI
Mm-hmm.
to then just using their own in-game mechanics. Like, this is what the game looks like.
Yes.
Right? I love that. They did that over just the last 4 years. So,
Well, I
basically
mean...
one.
But there's a difference between what they advertise with and what is in-game, right? This is an in-game cutscene. As opposed to what they'll advertise with.
Right, yeah, that one big high-end cinematic. Well,
Right.
all their cutscenes used to be that. Now they're bringing it back to the in-game graphics, which I think are, sure, they're not as good as the high-end cinematic, but still, they're pretty nice, and I feel like this keeps it more immersed if watching it like this.
Yes, I agree. I agree with that totally. Because if you go from playing the game to a movie, then back to playing the game, you're like, no.
That's what we had to put up with in 203.
No, this looks way better.
Yeah. So, unless you've been under a rock,
Hey now.
this is, I'm just saying, this is the chance where you get to see the great big baddie of the original Warcraft series. No one thought it would be bigger than this. Sargeras is about to be imprisoned. This was a pretty big moment last year when this happened for us Warcrafters. Ooh, your crusade is over.
Dun, dun, dun. And there he is, folks.
There was so many forums on how do you fight Sargeras? He's the size of a planet. No matter how powerful we get, you can't get 25 guys together to kill something the size of a planet.
Oh, and this was just wrong.
Whew. And you're like, wait, what's he doing? No! And
When I saw this, I looked at Mark and I'm like, how many people died in the game world because of this?
a fan did a video, put together a video of this quality showing what happened. It's one of the best fan videos I've ever seen.
We should link that in the description.
It's really cool. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I want to see that now. I haven't... and that's Illidan wanting to go one-on-one with Sargeras.
Yeah.
I'm betting he gets his ass kicked.
I'm thinking that...
So anyway, that's what happened, and that's what you have to fix in this part of the expansion.
Yeah. You're more or less and that right there was the end of Legion. And you're like, oh, that's good. It's finally done. And yet, this is looming. Oh,
That doesn't look like it's the end.
that
That reminds me of the Eye of Sauron right there.
who's gonna pull that out? Like, no one.
You know what? The gnomes will figure it out, or the goblins will try to figure it out and screw it up.
Well, the goblins are all about collecting all the Azerite around.
Yes.
That's what they're all about money. They're all about money. So, anyway, so we got caught up with what happened, and now we're hearing that because of that, she's leaking energy all over the place.
Azerite.
Azerite energy, and as her champion, I have to save her from this. So
Yes.
I'm just going to get right to it. Not flashy. Not going to worry about the robot stuck up against the wall. I'm going to go fix the planet.
You mean instead of like taking the time to look at what Warcraft took the time to craft?
Efficiency.
Yeah.
Saving the planet.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's what first responders do.
You realize that we're supposed to be trying to entertain folks, right, Sweeny?
I just blew up a rock. That's exciting. That's entertaining. I love doing it. I wish I could blow up all the rocks.
Look, I'm not saying that rock doesn't blow up.
Ooh, sinister pause.
Yeah. Because rock's about to blow up.
All right. So
anyway.
I seem to be vacuuming up all the energy, and I guess that's a good thing.
Yes, you're sucking up all of the energy.
That's
you're
right.
sucking hard. But this is an interesting mechanic. Now, you said in the last expansion it was all about artifact weapons and
Yes.
how growing your artifact weapons by getting certain experience points by killing certain monsters.
Yeah, collecting artifact power.
And apparently in this expansion it's going to be like armor pieces or armor parts.
They really like that mechanic to advance the gameplay as the story gets told.
Mm-hmm.
And so now they're going to do that based on a necklace called the Heart of Azeroth and 3 pieces of armor, shoulders, head, and chest. Azerite armor. And you'll be able to kind of shift your powers and tweak them
based on what you pick.
would. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's a good mechanic.
Right, and that happens very early in the storyline for both Horde and Alliance.
We'll get right back to it.
And then now you're back in your dingy little inn.
Yes, I'm back at the crappy Airbnb. There's no proper way to spin this. It's just a terrible place.
Crest with your crestfallen mentor.
I'm crest broken.
Heartbroken.
Yeah, I know.
Considering you just fixed a heart, that's ironic in and of itself.